In this presentation, we will cover a general overview of the Noble Systems integration to Salesforce.com's OpenCTI application programming interface. This subject matter will help you to understand the benefits of using this new standard interface, as well as a general understanding of the solution architecture. This presentation covers the Noble Salesforce OpenCTI adapter and provides a high-level solution overview as well as a product demonstration. Salesforce.com is now taking advantage of improved browser push technologies to provide a better alternative to its existing desktop computer telephony integration toolkit. The development was encouraged by the changing CTI needs of many telephony providers, as well as the need for solutions that support both premise-based and cloud telephony solutions. Customers and partners are now able to embed third-party web applications directly into Salesforce.com. Browser push technologies are increasingly common among web-based applications. Some common examples include Zynga Games on Facebook and Google Maps on Yelp. Salesforce OpenCTI is also browser, platform, and telephony agnostic. This graphic illustrates that softphones are presented as part of the Salesforce.com application. In fact, all communication between the telephony system and Salesforce.com is localized to the browser. This architecture allows Noble Systems to embed any and all call controls available in the web-based Composer front end. By configuring Salesforce.com and Composer to use the OpenCTI API, the Noble Contact Center solution can deliver screen pop of any lead, account, or contact within Salesforce.com. The integration also makes it possible to enable or disable the ability to hook into any click-to-dial icon next to a phone number in Salesforce.com. Other benefits of the integration include data dips via exposed web services, saving call logs, and much more. OpenCTI also has the advantage of supporting the same call controls consistently across both the standard Salesforce application and the Service Cloud console. This list shows the currently available agent functions that come with the Noble Salesforce integration. In keeping with the OpenCTI design principles, configuration changes to the Noble softphone and toolbar options are managed in Noble's Composer Designer. In this way, users can enable or disable specific functions like the ability to transfer a call, schedule callbacks, automatically start and stop audio recordings, and so on. Companies that wish to record both the audio and the screen activity on the agent's desktop will use Salesforce.com and Composer simultaneously. Noble Systems has created a tight integration that allows users to create calling lists by using Salesforce.com campaigns. When creating the campaign in Salesforce.com, the user checks a box labeled Noble Systems Telephony Campaign, which tells the Noble Systems application to automatically create the list. The user can also define whether all new records added to the campaign are dialed immediately, which inserts the records with a QD or quick dial status on the Noble system. Then the Noble Contact Center platform will check for new campaigns, create a list ID for any new campaigns, and then populate the list ID in Salesforce.com from a predefined range in the configuration. The process ensures that all records in the Salesforce campaign with valid phone numbers will be added to the Noble Systems calling list. For inbound calls, the integration will have an inbound SQL defined to query data from an IVR table. If the contact center or lead ID can be found in the IVR, then we will pass that information upon call connect. If there is no match found, then we will pop the agent to a custom search screen. Okay, so let's take a look at how the integration looks in Salesforce.com. When creating a campaign for the Noble Contact Center platform, a user with appropriate permissions will navigate to the Campaigns tab in Salesforce.com. Salesforce allows the user to edit existing campaigns or create a new one. The Noble Systems integration allows users to see three options: a Noble Systems telephony campaign checkbox, a Dial Records Immediately checkbox, and a List ID text box. Once the user defines the campaign, the user can scroll down to view and manage campaign members. Again, all records in the Salesforce campaign with valid phone numbers will be added to the Noble Systems calling list. In order to monitor the agent login process, we will start by opening the Maestro Management Portal, and then we will open the Agent Stations utility. Monitoring the agent login process shows the Noble Salesforce integration keeps both applications synchronized. Once the agent logs in using the Noble softphone, seen here as part of the Salesforce application, the agent icon will automatically appear in the Agent Stations utility on the left. Agents logging into the Noble Contact Center are prompted for their username, password, group number, and also extension. Once the agent's icon has appeared within the Agent Stations, managers can use the utility to silently listen, coach the agent, or barge in on the agent's calls. The agent can now select Resume to take contact center calls, make manual dial calls, or log off the system. Once the agent is logged into the contact center and resumes work, the agent is presented with the next call. The call could be an inbound contact or, as in this case, an outbound call. The agent's browser receives the screen pop event, which brings up the appropriate account, contact, or lead view in Salesforce. The agent will continue to work the call and also has complete use of the Salesforce application. At the end of the call, whether the agent hangs up or the customer does, the agent is immediately put into an after-call work state. The agent is now free to complete any related tasks in Salesforce before terminating the record in the Noble softphone. The agent can enter call notes, which will be posted to Activity History in Salesforce, and can now select an appropriate status code, and if appropriate, an additional status code. Upon terminating the record, the agent is immediately available to handle the next call, which again can be inbound or outbound contacts. In this case, the agent received another outbound call. Agents will occasionally need to take a break during the normal course of the day. Agents can select the pause button in the Noble softphone to be presented with a list of possible reasons for the break. Notice that once the appropriate code is selected, the agent must still complete the current call before entering the pause state. Just as before, the agent documents any notes about the contact, selects the appropriate status codes, and then terminates the call. In some cases, agents will need the ability to manually call a contact or follow up. The Noble Salesforce integration provides two approaches for this need. First, the agent can select the manual dial button in the Noble softphone. This presents the agent with the ability to manually enter the phone number to be dialed. Once the number is entered, the agent clicks on the dial button to initiate the call. The other approach for manual calling is click to call. The agent can be actively working accounts in Salesforce and still have the need to call an alternate number for the contact. Even when the contact center is not configured for an alternate number dialing strategy, the agent can simply click on the underlined phone number or the green phone icon anywhere it is visible to initiate the call. Contact center agents will occasionally need to transfer calls to another queue in which differently skilled agents work, perhaps for customer service escalation. To enable transfers and other Noble web-based softphone capabilities, a manager or system administrator uses the Composer Designer application. By selecting the toolbar options, the manager can enable a variety of features for the agents to use in Salesforce, including the ability to place callers on hold, schedule callbacks, automatic call recording, and various types of transfers. These simple true or false settings are activated when the campaign settings are saved in Composer Designer. Agents are then able to use the new functionality from inside the Salesforce application. Agents can now schedule a callback for a future date and time, and include notes about the reason for the callback. They can also initiate various types of transfers to other agents or groups when configured in the Maestro Transfer Setup utility. We often get questions about the timeline for different products. The guidance we have from Salesforce is that although they have committed to maintain their desktop CTI toolkit versions 3 and 4 for the medium term, partners are strongly advised to migrate to the Open CTI architecture in the 18 to 24 month time frame, which would be around the summer 2014 release. Salesforce has also stated plans for extending Open CTI across other channels, such as email, chat, and social media. These future enhancements will enable Noble Systems to further leverage its native multi-channel capabilities through the Salesforce agent experience.